You sent me here because we shared a belief that the ways of Washington needed to change. That if we're going to make our economy work for all Americans, in fact, that's the difference between Washington and communities all across America. Sometimes Washington is slow to get the news. But even as we speak, an economic recovery plan that America so desperately needs is working its way through Congress.
Sort of things. I wonder if you suddenly come out with something and think, you know, that's all him, it's not me.
Oh, it happens a lot. I mean, I couldn't. It'd be very difficult to be to be specific. Yeah, I can't think of one specific moment, but I mean, it does happen a lot.
I know people want to find out how I could be so selfish and so foolish. People want to know how I could have done these things to my wife, Elin, and to my children.
Kind of controversial there, where you're holding the old gasoline, putting the board on fire.
Jimi Hendrix was supposed to be on the cover, but I bumped him off. I remember, you know, Jimi Hendrix would light his guitars on fire on stage, and so we lit the snowboard on fire like that. My mom liked it. My dad said it was pretty wild.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No, I used to date a girl for a while, and I was pretty young. This was a while ago, but I remember it was so hard because I was always traveling, and right when I would get home, she would be gone, and then it was like one of those things. And
you're quite the jet setter. It's probably hard
yeah.
to actually have a steady girlfriend.
Yeah, it was tough, but you know, obviously after popping the medal at the Olympics, I'm looking for some downtime and see what's out there.
What do you look for in a girl? Do you need a girl who is athletic?
Everybody would imagine that I'd want a girl that snowboards, and part of that is true, and then part of it's not true. I mean, I like girls that snowboard or that can snowboard, but you know, it's what I do. It's not like something you want to come home and talk about. So I've always found it incredibly attractive when girls sing or you know, play instruments, stuff like that. So it's kind of been my type, but I don't know. I'm pretty open. I don't have like I'm not one of those guys that has like a select standard for a girl. I just kind of waiting for the big surprise. But yeah, I was in Milan, and they're like, "So what are you gonna do tonight?" I'm like, "I'm probably gonna fall in love, not leave."
1957, when our film takes place, is totally informed by the Cold War, by McCarthyism, by hot rods and girls wearing leather sweaters and ponytails. And and saddle shoes. I mean, this is pretty much the 50s. You know, the music is Elvis Presley, and it's a whole new era. We're no longer in the 30s anymore, and there's been a couple of decades, almost a couple of decades have passed since we last saw Indy, and Indy has grown up and grown wiser and probably grown a lot stronger too. And we thought that we would take all the trappings and turn them into virtues of the mid-1950s.
These will be my final show performances in London. This will be it. This is it. When I say this is it, it really means this is it. Because I'll be performing the songs my fans want to hear. This is it. I mean, this is really it. This is the final curtain call. And I really do. You have to know that I love you so much. Really. From the bottom of my heart. See you in July.